are having a laugh.
I'm surprised I don't have bigger bags under my eyes, actually. Happy Monday! One thing about me is that I am a completely different person when the sun is out. As soon as those first few rays hit my skin in the morning, I am like, all is good in the world, I love my life, I am energized, I am ready to take on the world. Which is just as well because I have a pretty big day today. For those of you who are new, hi, welcome to the vlog. My name's Amy Rebecca and I am just a very average girl trying to live a not so average life. Like, I'm really trying to level it up, okay? I'm never gonna be that aesthetic girly who's got it all together. I appreciate that, but I'm just trying to be like a better version of me. I need to be kind of careful because I lost my voice completely yesterday and I probably should be reserving it because I have a job interview today. The last thing I want to do is get there and not be able to speak. And yet here I am jabbering away to you. Am I nervous? Yes, very much so. I had nightmares about this job interview all night last night and I don't even know why, because I'm not that emotionally attached to the outcome. Like, yeah, it would be nice if I got offered the job, but equally if I don't, I'll say okay. But for some reason my subconscious like really felt some kind of way about it and tortured me all night long. I'm surprised I don't have bigger bags under my eyes, actually. So I'm gonna get myself put together and we're gonna keep our fingers crossed and see what happens today. Genuinely, all I'm really hoping for is to just not embarrass myself. That's all I want. The bar is pretty low. Okay, other than putting my lipstick on, because I obviously look like a corpse right now, I am ready. I have my interview dress on. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I think having interviews like right in the middle of the day is so, it just gives you all this time in the morning to just sit around and think about it, as opposed to, I'd much rather have it first thing, like wake up and go, and then you don't have time to kind of sit around and get nervous. Because I'm not nervous necessarily about the job and the outcome of the interview. Although, like I said, it would be nice to get the job, of course. But it's more just my social anxiety, I think. Things like interviews, like being in a room full of people I don't know and being the one who has to talk. It's like horrific. So I am going to take some Rescue Remedy. I'm shaking. I haven't even left the house yet. Take some Rescue Remedy. I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna try not to think about it, because the more I'm trying to like prep and make sure that I know exactly what I'm gonna say, the more I'm freaking myself out. So I think it's better for me to just like try and forget about it.
Well, this is a terrible angle. If I flip you upside down, it's marginally better. Okay, so I just got out of the interview. I feel like I can breathe. I don't know why I was so stressed. Well, I know why I was stressed going in, because I came over here, right? Gave myself plenty of time, because number one, I know that I always get lost. Number two, I know that I am not very good at parking. Number three, I know that I am always stressed when I have to be somewhere at a certain time. Like, I just want to be there half hour before at least to make sure. So I gave myself plenty of time, got here 25 minutes before I needed to be, went to pay for parking, and there was no card thing, no contactless, cash only. It is 2024, cash only coins. And for once in my life, I do not have coins with me. Usually, you know me, I carry cash, but today I didn't. So I pulled up the app, you can pay on an app, and I couldn't log in. So it was like, we're going to send you a verification code. And then they weren't sending me the code. So I was trying to like log in on a different account, and they were like, you already have an account. And I was like, I know, I'm trying to log in. And all this time, like minutes are ticking by, and I'm like starting to panic. I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So I thought like maybe I'm just going to have to pay the £70 parking ticket, because I can't just spend the rest of my life shouting at this machine in the middle of a car park. Like, I've got to I gotta keep it moving. I called my mom because she's my mom and there is no problem she can't solve, and she, from her phone at home, was able to pay for my parking. What a sweet angel that woman is. I'm so glad that whole thing is behind me. The parking, the app, the interview, all of it. I'm over it. I'm done. Now I'm gonna go to Boots. I have to pick up some makeup, and then I'm gonna go home and like try and shake off all the excess anxiety. I'm back. Do not judge the mess behind me. I'm getting to it, okay? First, I thought I would show you what I got in Boots, because I don't know, I went a little bit wild. I was running out of a bunch of stuff all at once, and usually when I go into Boots, I go in with a system. I've already researched exactly what I want to buy. I've researched the offers. I'm like one of those crazy couponing ladies you see on what's that show? Extreme Couponers. Have you seen those people in America and they've got these like coupon binders and they're like, they get $1,000 worth of soup for free or whatever? That would be me if I lived in America. And the only place you can really get good coupons and good offers is Boots. And usually I'm like all over it, but today my brain was fried from the interview, so I didn't get the best savings I could have, but I did pretty well. And I stocked up on everything that I needed. So I'd run out of my NYX matte finish setting spray. They didn't have the jumbo size, which I'm kind of upset about because this is the one I had before. It's not even comparable. I replaced this new foundation that I tried before Christmas. I'm still very much on the fence about this, but I think I just got the wrong shade last time. It's the number 7 Protect and Perfect Intense Advanced All-in-One Foundation. So hopefully this colour suits me a little bit better. I got another primer. This is the Revolution Pore Blur Primer. I got 2 concealers. I got my Revolution IRL Filter Finish. This is my absolute favourite for concealing spots and redness and just highlighting the highlighty areas of my face. But I got a different one for under my eyes. I have been using the Revolution Conceal and Define for years, but I don't know, I heard they changed the formula and recently it's been getting a little bit dry and cakey under my eyes. Is it in my head? I don't know. Did they really change the formula? Cannot confirm, cannot deny. But I thought I would branch out and try something different. So I got the Revolution Eye Bright Illuminating Under Eye Concealer with vitamin C. I don't know. We're gonna see. And then I also wanted to get new heads for my little face brush, like an electric toothbrush, but for your face. And it was 3 for 2 on number 7, so I just picked up 2 packs of those. With the number 7 3 for 2, and I got a £5 off coupon for number 7, and I get 10% off for any Boots brand, including number 7, because I'm part of the contact lens scheme. My saving was £22.15, so I paid £52.68, but it would have been more like £74 something, so it's a pretty decent saving. And I got £5 back in Boots Advantage Card points because I used the Scan to Recycle scheme, and I'm not going to need to buy makeup for a while now. It just so happened that everything is running out at once. Isn't that just the way of it? Like, ugh. Today started out as like a 10 out of 10. I was like, there's magic in the air today. Today is gonna be a good day. And then slowly, as the hours of the day have unraveled, it's just kind of gotten a bit meh. So I got up early this morning, I went to my body pump class, I pumped as much as I could pump, and my thighs are really angry about it. I feel like they're gonna be complaining tomorrow. But then I came home, I got ready, I drove my mum over to a hospital appointment, and on the way back we went to the Secret Bar and Kitchen. It's on Swansea Bay, if you know, you know. And we had breakfast there, and the breakfast was like a 10 out of 10. And it's so icy and cold today that all of the sand on the beach was frozen. It was so frosty, it was so crisp. It was so beautiful to just look out over that icy ocean. Oh my gosh, my heart was just full of the Sound of Music this morning, and I thought, how am I going to make this day amazing? And then I finished work about an hour ago, and I've not seized the day. I've just mostly kind of sat around wondering, how does one seize the day?
I'm in a really weird headspace, and I am kind of feeling all kinds of ways. And I feel like now would be a really good time to talk about something that's kind of been going on that I haven't addressed. Before Christmas, my mom got diagnosed with breast cancer, and it was kind of out of the blue. It took us all by surprise, but they caught it really early, which is obviously great news. Last week she went in for surgery, and she had a complication that meant she had to stay in the hospital for a little bit longer than expected. And then she came out, and obviously she's recovering from the surgery, and that is like wildly more stressful than I realized it would be. Because one thing about me is that my superhero power, my toxic superhero power, is disassociation. When things get really stressful and overwhelming, I just mentally remove myself from the equation, and it's not something that I consciously do. It's a coping mechanism that I've picked up somewhere along the way, and it's my go-to. So I just like lights out, brain off, shut down. And now I guess that my mom is feeling better and she's back on her feet and everything's like moving in the right direction. All of that like crazy stress in my brain has kind of, almost like when you shake up a snow globe and then the dust starts to settle, right? I feel like that's where I'm at. Like I don't really know how to feel. But I don't know how to explain it. I just feel disconnected from my life. And I know that's because some part of my brain has like switched off to try and disassociate, and now I'm trying to like merge back into my life and pick up where I left off. It's not quite coming together quite easily. And so today I finished work a little bit early. I was thinking, yeah, great morning, and then I'll finish work early, I'll do something nice, and I've just sat here and I'm like, what do I do for fun? That's so strange. I don't remember what I do for fun. I can't name you one place that I could go to have fun right now. Where? How? What do I do for fun? And I remember reading a book once. It was by Tanya, Dalton, On Purpose. It's a good book. I'll link it down below. And in her book there's an account, and I don't think it's her own personal anecdote. I think she's telling someone else's story. Don't remember, it's been a while since I read it. But whoever it was, they were in a high stress environment due to work, and they got to the point where their brain was just so disconnected and so fried by the stress that they forgot their own name. She forgot her own name. I still remember my name, but I can't work out what I do for fun. So because I am highly neurotic, I feel like the best way to deal with this realization is to like make a plan. I'm gonna plan out my fun. I'm gonna map it out. I'm gonna schedule out the fun that I'm gonna have in my planner. I know that doesn't sound fun, but I feel like how else am I supposed to do it? I don't remember. I'm gonna write down a list of things, and over the next few weeks, I'm going to make an effort to work through all of those things and make sure that I make fun and enjoyment a priority, because clearly I've not been doing that, and it shows. Your mental health is important. You need to, you know, be aware when you go a little bit haywire and things are not meshing up right, like my brain is clearly doing right now. You need to just be aware of that and then make adjustments. So here we go with our adjustments. We're gonna make a list. Do not judge this hair. Look, I got caught in the rain yesterday, and so it's really greasy, it's really frizzy, it's just doing the most. But I thought to myself, well, I'm not gonna wash it because I always go for a run on a Sunday. I'm not going for a run in that. It's stormy out, it's grim, it's bleak, it's cold, it's wet. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna spritz a little bit of dry shampoo and pray for a miracle. It's not like I'm actually going anywhere today, so no one's gonna judge me. I just feel better when my hair isn't so gross. So Friday evening I sat down, I wrote out my big list of fun things that I want to start doing. Why are you guys always at an angle? What is the problem here? I think I was just maybe a little bit mentally drained on Friday. You know, when you're just going and going and going, and then you suddenly stop and you're like, So I'm feeling so much better. I'm feeling so much more positive. I've made, like I said, a list of exciting things that I want to get out there and do. Places that I want to visit, like projects that I want to work on. So I'm feeling excited about that. As for today, since the weather is so grimy outside, I am not going to be venturing out. I know, super boring, super lame. It is what it is. Just going to have a very chilled Sunday, and I'm going to prep for next week so that, you know, we can have a fresh start and we can start things off, hit the ground running. That's what I was looking for. So I'm going to do a little bit of meal prepping. I'm not going to make all of my dishes for the week. That's something I used to do. Like a few years ago, I would spend like the weekend making all of my meals for the week. I'm not going to do that. But I am just going to make a few different things. I'm going to make a big batch of soup. I'm going to make some bread. I might make a pie. Oh, and I think I'm going to make some flapjacks. So not a super glamorous Sunday by any means, but productive.
Why did I think that as someone who doesn't like to cook, it would be a good idea to spend my entire Sunday afternoon cooking? Will this never end? I was missing one of the ingredients for my flapjack, so I had to run out and get these Rice Krispies. Guess how much for a box of Rice Krispies?
£3.29.
Mr. Kellogg, you are having a laugh.
The cooking is done. I have soup that did not turn out very soup-like, bread that is in the oven that looks like it is not going to be very bread-like, and flapjacks that actually turned out pretty well. 1 out of 3, I don't know. But I don't know if you can hear the rain right now, but it is absolutely disgusting outside. I am not even contemplating going for a run. I don't even want to drive down to the gym in this weather. So we have a little... It's meant to be a little at-home gym area in the garage, but it is sorely neglected because no one ever uses it. So now it's just become a dumping ground for stuff. I think most people can relate to that, right? So I'm going to try and like move some of the stuff out of the way and then spend a little bit of time just at least doing something. I need to like burn some of this energy. Yeah, I don't know. I know there are gonna be spiders. Ugh. I mean, do you know what? Close enough.